Hi everybody, Paul Swangard here in Orlando at the 2024 USTFCCCA convention. That just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it, Jenny Simpson?
Every year.
Every year, and we are here as we get prepared for the Bowerman Awards. That kind of concludes the activities here in Orlando on Thursday night. So we're talking to some of the previous winners, not former winners. Once an Olympian, always an Olympian. Once a Bowerman, always a Bowerman. I like the sound of that.
I like that.
The biggest question, given what you're planning on doing here shortly with your husband, does the Bowerman Award go with you on this glorious state-by-state tour? Where is the award now?
As every winner will tell you, it is quite heavy. It takes up quite a bit of space, so it's not exactly
hurts gas mileage.
It's not a trinket, and so yes, it doesn't fit in your pocket. It doesn't go on road trips, so we'll probably be packing it up and leaving it in safekeeping somewhere.
All right,
else.
We'll talk about the road show in a second, but let's talk about the Bowerman Award, and obviously over time, all awards kind of develop a heritage given who are the recipients previously, and you had the opportunity to have one of those early awards, and I guess just now as you come back here and see not only the other winners, but also the 6 candidates here for the honors in 2024, Bowerman is truly now become a signature award in not just college track and field, but I think in college sports in general.
Yeah, I feel like the Bowerman and I have really kind of grown up together because I won in 2009, was the first recipient, and my career launched from there as a professional, and the Bowerman has really just become an incredible and dazzling show and a showcase for the best of track and field, which has been really fun for me to watch, happen over time. I do think from the very first year, those of us here really understood how special and important it was, and it's just fun over the years now, so many years later, to see that audience has really expanded.
And 6 great candidates this year. You can't ask for anything more that exemplifies not only what an award like this should recognize, which is elite athletic performance, but they're just all exceptional young people.
It is incredible how many winners, and maybe close to almost all winners, have gone on to have just incredible careers and medal in Olympics and World Championships. And so to be just a part of that legacy, it would be an honor for anybody, for any track and field athlete.
Yeah, it's an important year as you reflect on the conclusion of a successful career in professional track and field. And I just, as you get to this holiday season, we're always reflecting on years past, but got to be special this time to just kind of think about the end of this chapter and on to the next.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. I mean, transition and retirement is always a big thing for that individual that's going through it, and I'm experiencing that for sure. I came back so many years to the Bowerman Award and watched the recipients get younger and younger, and I was still racing, and I really do feel proud that I kept this professional career going for so long. But how appropriate to be back here, kind of in the midst of that transition, to think, the Bowerman Award for me at the time that I won it was a really meaningful time of transition, and here I am again, kind of going through that again. This is a reminder that what comes next is going to be really exciting.
And you squeezed out, we probably have to add up the number of track miles you did in kind of the heyday of your career, but what you've put together in terms of mileage in these last 2 months is absolutely remarkable. Take us through New York and then just this crazy offer of a lifetime to run 7 marathons on 7 continents.
Yeah, so I announced my retirement at the New York City Marathon. It was the 3rd marathon start of my career, 2nd finish. And then about a week later, I got an offer to run the Great World Race, which is 7 marathons.
Let's just be honest, you led the New York Marathon. I was doing the world feed. And
oh, thank you.
You had, what a special moment that was for all of us, and for you, I'm sure.
It was such a great way to kind of experience what in my mind was kind of my finale, right? Is my last run through New York City, which I had so many great memories from the 5th Avenue Mile for years. And then to lead it for a little while, it just felt like I get one more moment, kind of be in the place where every elite athlete feels like they belong. So thank you for mentioning that. That was really special. So then about a week after finishing my 3rd marathon start ever, I got offered to run 7 marathons in 7 days. And looking back, I still can't believe I said yes. And it is as hard as it sounds. We flew all over the world, from Antarctica to Australia, all over South America, North America. And yeah, I finished 7 in 7 days. So I'm up to nine marathon finishes for 2024. Not bad for a miler,
Not
right?
bad for a miler. Not bad for a miler. And I think if you add up all those miles you ran on Fifth Avenue, maybe you've got yourself full marathon coverage.
Somewhere close.
Somewhere
yeah.
close. What was the cultural experience like that? I mean, you have earned yourself a chance to travel almost everywhere in the globe, but this must have been just something, and to do it so quickly. I know maybe you didn't even have moments to kind of enjoy the experience there. I know you didn't because of some health things you were dealing with during the time.
Well, the travel and the sleep deprivation steals some of the joy just automatically, right? But what I found is that what in this very condensed period of time is true of what we experience as athletes over a long period of time. It's all about who you're around.
Yep.
We had 57 runners who were completing the 7 marathons in 7 days, and there wasn't a single person that infused negativity into the experience. So we all just believed in each other and cheered each other on. It was a bit of a departure because this was a challenge instead of a race. And for me, so much of my running experience is like, you want to be number one. And this is more about, can I make it to day 7? So that was a departure from what's typical, but being around really good people, that is what colors your experience. And I had a really good experience.
And a really good experience. And in some ways, though different, what you're attempting here to do here shortly is to embark on a chance to go see domestic culture of running around the United States. And so just tee up what's in store for you here. Not 7 marathons in 7 days, but it's ambitious.
Maybe equally as ambitious. So I like to remind people that I made my first USA team in 2004. I was 17 years old. I had USA across my chest, and I'm just starting to think about what that means and how much bigger representing the US is than just being out there and representing myself. And now all these years later, I've run and represent this country all over the world with an enormous amount of pride and a lot of gratitude. But I haven't had a lot of opportunity to run in the United States and really take in all the different cultures of running we have available right here. So I told my husband, I don't want a retirement party. I don't want to sit in a chair and have everyone tell me how great my career was. I want to buy a Winnebago, load up the dogs, and just hit the road. So we're going to run 50 states in 50 weeks. And we're going to have a social run where we're inviting everyone to come meet us in person and run with us in person in every single state. So if you want to join us, stay tuned. Our Instagram and our YouTube channels, we're going to be inviting everyone to come run with us.
Yeah. And what do you hope you'll get out of it?
Oh, that's such a good question. I mean, I hope I get a diverse experience in running, because for 20 years, my experience has been that sliver of like elite high performance running. And it's been so rewarding and so wonderful, but I know our running world is so much larger and wider and deeper than that. So I personally want to experience that, and then I'm sure there's going to be so much more we get out of it that we don't even know yet.
Well, and I think there is this thing about serendipity, right? I mean, as you go out and you're going to have the flexibility. You're not tied to a hotel in a certain spot, and then if you want to go on a run and join a group for another activity or something. So are you willing to accept the unknown piece of this as well? I know you like to be a little bit of a planner.
Yeah, well, the Great World Race was a deep end into accepting the unknown. And so having had that experience, I think it was a little bit of an interesting kind of bridge between my elite experience and then what I'm hoping to achieve in this Run USA project. And you can follow my husband and I. We have on all social channels, we have the handle Jenny and Jason Run USA. And that's just what we're going to do. We're going to run around the USA. We're going to take people's advice, take people's suggestions. I'm going to live a little bit more of a spontaneous life, which is a huge stretch for me. I'm such a planner, and so to kind of go where the wind blows us is not my typical speed. But you get one life to live, and so I want to do something really, really different and see if there's a version of myself I have yet to discover.
Shirley MacLaine said we have like 7 or 8 lives, but I think you're on the right track.
I'm going to pack as much into this life as I possibly can.
And then if it's another one, bonus.
That's right.
Bonus year.
That's right.
Well, I think on behalf of all of us who have had the joy and experience to be part of capturing those moments and add our ingredient to either race calls or just being part of the festivities. Thanks for all you did on your glorious ride through a very successful career. I'm really just glad to see that you've found a passion to do something that's still tied to the sport and giving a chance for some of those folks, I think, who maybe spent more time, like you said, watching you race around the world, now a chance to maybe have a chance to have an authentic moment to share in that reflection as well. And all the best for enjoying the Bowerman here. With all these hashtags and stuff, you sound like you're a recent winner, not the first one.
Oh,
I mean,
thank you. No, I really appreciate that. And thank you for the kind thoughts on my career. You know, running has been so rewarding, but I really do think the best is ahead. I think that, and part of this next chapter is about me seeing how am I going to fit into the world of running when I'm not the elite athlete any longer. And so we're just really excited to see where that journey takes us.
Yeah, and the sport needs Jenny Simpson. So figure out a way to stick around as long as you want, and happy holidays, and we'll see you out on the road.
Yeah, you too. Thank you, Paul.
All right. One of our Bowerman winners. We'll have many more conversations with those former winners, previous winners, not former winners, and also our nominees for 2024. You can see all those on demand on runnerspace.com.